Hi, welcome back to Yoga TX. I'm Nicole. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's practice is a full body flow, and for today's practice I would like to invite you to simply be. Be who you are deep down at the bottom of your heart, knowing that you are already enough. Try to release any expectations towards yourself, any expectations towards your practice. Try your best to be present in the moment and enjoy the moment before the moment becomes a memory. Grab your water, come to your mat and join me in an easy crossed leg position. Come to the back end of your mat. Come to your easy crossed leg position and just take a moment to get settled here. Maybe wiggle around a little bit. Root your sits bones into the ground. Bring your hands, palms facing down onto your knees. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Close your eyes and move your heart and your skull over your pelvis. So you are creating a long line in your spine. Connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand the crown of your head towards the sky. And with your exhale, soften and relax your shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and relax your shoulders. Take a few more cycles of breath in and out through the nose. Arriving in your body, arriving on your mat, becoming present within your body. Feel free to set an intention for your practice. Gently open up the eyes. We start with a few rounds of seated cats and cows. With your next inhale, move your chest forward through your shoulders. Lift the gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, round through the spine. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, move your chest through your shoulders. Open your heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, open your heart, lift up your gaze. Exhale, round. Rise up with your torso. Bring your hands either side of your hips with your fingers pointing to the top of the mat. With your next inhale, press the floor away with your hands. Lift your hips up. Lift your heart towards the sky. 2 cycles of breath. Push the floor away with your hands. With your next exhale, lower the hips down to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Come to a gentle forward fold. Feel free to keep your spider hands, releasing the torso towards the earth. You can move right to left or remain still. With your next inhale, start to lift the gaze up. Walk your hands back towards your body. Make your way up into a tabletop. Spread your fingers wide, press them into the floor. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Child's pose. We continue with our spinal waves. With your next inhale, rise up into cat. With your exhale, lower the hips, open up the chest. Gentle upward facing dog. Take an inhale here. With your exhale, move your hips up and sink them back onto your heels. 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the hips, open the chest, soften the shoulders. Take an inhale. With your exhale, move your hips up. Sink them back onto your heels. Imagine an ocean wave. Rise up high. Lower the hips. Open your chest. Move your hips up and back into child's pose. Press your hands into the floor. Lift your gaze up. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Give it a few steps in your down dog. Feel free to bring some movement, moving your hips right to left. Come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. Keep your ears in alignment with your upper arms and your upper arms rotate outward. With each exhale, try to release your heart and your heels closer to the earth. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. With your exhale, bend into the knees and drop your heels over to the left. Your knees point into the right top corner of your mat. Inhale, move your hips up. Exhale, bend into the knees, drop the heels over to the right. Knees point to the left top corner of your mat. Inhale, move your hips up. With your exhale, releasing the heels and your heart towards the earth. Shake your head gently, say yes, no to release any tension you might be holding in your neck. Push through the hands and feel that lengthening in your spine. Actively push your hips back. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. With your next inhale, lift the right leg up into three-legged dog. With your exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the floor. Press your feet into the floor, root to rise. Sweep the arms up over your head, low lunge on your right. Keep your right knee stacked on top of your right ankle. Square off your hips, so maybe the right hip is pushing back a little bit more, whereas the left hip is pushing forward. Find length through the sides of your body. With your next exhale, cactus the arms. Press the shoulder blades together. Open your chest. Lift your heart towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of your body. Exhale, cactus the arms one more time. Open your heart. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, release the hands down to frame your right foot. Lift up your left knee, step the right leg back, release into downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath. With your next inhale, get ready to lift the left leg up and step it forward in between your hands. Lower the right knee down to the floor, press your feet into the floor. When you're ready, root to rise, sweep the arms up over your head, low lunge on your left. Press your feet into the floor, squeeze the thighs towards the midline, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Find length through the sides of your body. With your next exhale, cactus the arms, open your chest. Lift the gaze towards the sky. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, one more time, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down to frame your left foot. Lift up the right knee, step the left leg back. Release into downward facing dog. We take 3 cycles of breath. Push through the hands. Make sure you don't have any weight in your wrists here. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. With your exhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward. Start walking to the top of the mat. Come to a standing forward fold. Make sure that all 4 corners of your feet are grounded into the floor. Feel free to gently bend your knees and do your best. Try your best to hinge from the hips. Grab opposite elbows. Start to rock right to left, ragdoll. Allowing your whole upper body to become super heavy. Release the hands down, press your feet into the floor, bend into the knees, root to rise. With your upper body into standing position, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the palms together and down to your heart. Release your hands either side of the body with the palms facing towards the top of the mat. Tadasana, mountain pose. Gently tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that opening in your chest, your heart space. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. With your exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. We do 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, concaved back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, one last time, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step both feet back into plank pose. Press the heels to the back of the mat, tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine, push the floor away with your hands. We take 2 more cycles of breath. Be strong in your arms. With your next exhale, get ready to lower knees, chest, chin down to the floor, untuck your toes. Bring the forehead down to the floor and bring your hands outside of your mat about shoulder height. Start to build your spider hands, allowing the elbows to point up towards the sky. With your next inhale, push the floor away, rise up into cobra pose. Press the tops of your feet and the pubic bone into the floor. With your exhale, release the torso and the forehead back to the floor 2 more times. Inhale, push the floor away, rise up with the torso. Open your chest, soften the shoulders. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Wide cobra pose, open chest. Exhale, release and bring the forehead back to the floor. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders and hug the elbows towards the torso. Push the floor away with your hands. Come up into tabletop. Claw your paws, tuck the toes. Push through the hands, move your hips up. Downward facing dog. Give it a few steps in your down dog or remain still. Come to stillness in your downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend into your right knee. Start to rotate your hip open, so stack your right hip on top of the left. Press the right heel towards your right glute. And try your best to keep your shoulders parallel. Squared. With your next inhale, extend the right leg out, long 3-legged dog. With your exhale, lower the right leg down to the floor and bring the right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your right foot. Figure 4 down dog. Push through the hands, feel that lengthening in your spine. Press your hips back. 3 cycles of breath. Be strong in your arms. Last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, extend the right leg back up into your 3-legged dog. With your exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Pivot the back foot to a 90-degree angle. Press your feet into the floor. Cartwheel the arms up into your warrior 2. Take a moment to adjust your stance. Align heel to arch. Bend into your right knee. Make sure your right knee is stacked on top of your right ankle. Sink low with your hips. Tuck the tailbone. Draw the lower belly towards the spine. Open up your chest. Expand, radiate towards your chest. Your gaze is forward over your right hand. 1 more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, reach forward with the right hand, flip the right palm, come into reversed warrior. Keep bending into your right knee, lengthen the right side of your body. 2 more cycles of breath. Your gaze is up towards the sky. With your next inhale, rise back up into your warrior 2. Start to lengthen your right leg. Reach forward with the right hand. Try to reach as much as you can. Once you have reached your max expansion, release the right hand down to either the floor, your right ankle, or your right shin. And lift the gaze up towards the sky. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Your arms are in one line. And try to rotate the right side of your torso up towards the sky. So you open your chest, open the heart towards the sky. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next exhale, lower the gaze down to your right foot. Press the feet into the floor. Rise up with the torso, bend into your right knee, find your warrior 2. Flip your palms, pivot the left, pivot the left heel. Extend the arms over your head, come into your high crescent lunge. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Draw the lower belly towards the spine, square off your hips. Open your chest. With your next exhale, release the hands down to frame your right foot. Push the floor away with the left hand. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Let your gaze follow. Option to stay here. Option 2, cactus the right arm. Open your chest, your heart towards the sky. 1 more cycle of breath. Inhale, extend the right arm out long. With your exhale, release the right hand and your gaze back down to the floor. Step the right foot back into downward facing dog. We stay for 3 cycles of breath. With each exhale, try to release your heart and your heels closer to the earth. One more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, lift up your left leg, 3-legged dog. With your exhale, bend into your left knee. Start to rotate the left hip open. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Try your best to keep your shoulders squared. Be strong in your arms, push through the hands. Close your hips. Extend the left leg out long to the sky. 3-legged dog. With your next exhale, lower the left leg down to the floor. Bring the left ankle on top of your right knee. Flex your left foot. Figure 4 down dog. Push through the hands. Move your hips back. Keep your ears in alignment with your upper arms. The left knee is also pushing back. With your next inhale, extend the left leg out long into your 3-legged dog. With your exhale, step the left foot forward in between your hands. Pivot the back foot to a 90-degree angle. Press your feet into the floor. Cartwheel the arms up. Warrior 2 on your left. Take a moment to adjust your stand. Connect with your roots. Press the feet into the floor. Sink low with your hips. Draw the lower belly towards the spine. Open your chest. Soften your shoulders. Reach forward with the left hand. Flip the left palm. Come into reversed warrior. Keep bending into your left knee. Lengthen the left side of your body. One more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, rise up. Come back into your warrior two. Sink low with your hips. Notice the lower you sink, the more activation you will feel in your left thigh. Start to lengthen your left leg. Reach forward with the left hand. Once you have found your furthest point, lower the left hand to either your ankle, all the way down to the floor, or on your left shin. And the right arm comes up towards the sky. You press down through your roots, your feet into the floor. Your arms are in one line. And your right hand is lifting you up towards the sky to avoid collapsing down towards your left leg. And again, try your best to rotate the left side of your torso up towards the sky. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next exhale, lower the gaze down to your left foot. Press your feet into the floor, rise up with the torso bent into your left knee, warrior two. Flip your palms and flip your right heel. Transition into your high crescent lunge. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Keep your foundation strong. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your exhale, release the hands down to frame your left foot. Push the floor away with the right hand. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky and let your gaze follow. The right heel is pressing towards the back of the mat. Your arms are in one line. Option 1 to stay here. Option 2, cactus the left arm and see if you can find a little bit more expansion in your chest, in your heart space. Extend the left arm out long. Exhale, release the left hand down to frame your left foot. Step the left leg back, downward facing dog. Give it a couple of steps. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Push through the hands. Feel that lengthening in your spine and actively press your hips back. With your next inhale, move your shoulders over your wrists. Come into your high plank pose. 5 cycles of breath. Keep your gaze in between your hands. Push the floor away with your hands. Tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next exhale, get ready to lower knees, chest, chin down to the floor. Untuck the toes. We set up for wide cobra one more time. Bring the hands outside of the mat about shoulder height. Find your spider hands. Elbows point up towards the sky. With your next inhale, push the floor away. Rise up with the torso, wide cobra. Exhale, release the forehead back to the floor. 2 more times. Inhale, push the floor away. Rise up, soften the shoulders, open your heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, push the floor away. Press the tops of your feet and the pubic bone into the floor. Activate your glutes. Exhale, release the forehead back down to the floor. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Hug the elbows towards the torso. Push the floor away with your hands. Come into tabletop. Open up your knees. Bring the big toes together. Sit back onto your heels and lower the torso down towards the earth. Your arms are reaching forward to the top of the mat. Your hands are in alignment with your shoulders. If you can, connect the forehead to the floor, wide-legged child's pose. With your inhale, breathe into the back of your body. With your exhale, release your heart towards the earth. We take 3 cycles of breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release your heart towards the earth below you. Start to gently lift the gaze up. Press the hands into the floor. Walk your hands closer towards your upper body. Make your way up into an easy cross-leg position. Root your sits bones into the floor. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Find length through the sides of your body. With your exhale, bring the right hand onto the floor. Extend the left arm out long over your head. And bend over to the right. Make sure that both of your sits bones are rooted into the floor. So maybe the left one needs a little bit more actively pushing down. Lift your gaze up to avoid collapsing. Keep your heart space open. Expand it. One more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, rise up to center. With your exhale, left hand comes onto the floor. Right arm extends over your head. Bend over to the left. Lengthen the right side of your body. Make sure that both your sits bones are grounded into the floor. And lift your gaze up towards the sky. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, rise back up to center. Bring the left hand onto your right knee. Right hand comes behind your back. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. With your exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Find your twist. Twist from the belly button upwards. With your inhale, lengthen your spine. With your exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more to the right. Last cycle of breath. With your inhale, move your gaze forward. With your exhale, come out of your twist. Bring your right hand onto your left knee, left hand behind your back. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. With your exhale, gaze over your left shoulder and twist over to the left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, move your gaze forward. And with your exhale, come out of your twist. Bring your hands, palms facing down onto your knees. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. Notice if there is anything that comes up for you. Bring your hands together in front of the heart into the Anjali Mudra. Drop your chin down to your chest, allowing your mind to connect with your heart. May all your decisions today guided by your heart. When you're ready, release your hands down to your knees. Gently open up your eyes. This was Yoga TX. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm sending you lots of love and light from London. My name is Nicole. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Let Your Shadow Shine. I would love to connect with you online. I also have a wellness blog, letyourshadowshine.com, where you can find a lot of tips about mindful living, intentional living, wellness, well-being, of course yoga. So make sure to check it out, letyourshadowshine.com. I hope to see you back on the mat very soon. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.